Hi everyone, this is Dark Nightmare with Typical Nerds, and this is going to be our little playthrough of Destiny Alpha, going through the first strike Devil's Lair on Legend. Me, Akianu, and the Shiz decided we wanted to try it on a Legend because we're idiots. And it was definitely very legendary. It was a pain. And what I'm going to show you here today is just a clip of the final time that we were actually able to complete the first section. We're only going to go over the first part of Devil's Lair, which is the hack mesh generator. And we'll go from there. Now, it took us about... I have the numbers here. We finally finished. It took us about 30 minutes, 35 minutes to actually beat this first section.
The Fallen will continue to claw at the walls of our city unless we strike them down. Beneath the ruins of the Cosmodrome, in the shadow of an old colony ship, we've located the House of Devil's Lair and the High Servitor, feeding them their strength. We must destroy this machine god and send their souls screaming back to hell.
I'm going to go over some hints on where some of the enemies are going to spawn. As I was saying, I'm going to go over some tips and hints on what to do in different zones. So here we are starting out in the rocket yard. Fairly simple. We had already done this on regular, so we knew immediately that there were going to be the Hive guys right there. The Hive Knights are a little bit of a pain to do the wall, but if you can chuck a grenade and just get straight headshots, they're pretty easy to take care of. I'm playing a Warlock, level 8. The Shiz is also a level 8 Warlock, and we have Akianu as our level 8 Titan. And here's a little loot crate, loot chest that you can find. I wish you could use those boots, but they are above level 8, so I cannot. Alright, now this is pretty similar. You're not going to find any of the harder difficulty guys up until you actually get into it. This is the first little starting area. They're all going to be level 8, and they're going to be a little bit more difficult, but nothing too challenging that you should be able to take on one by one. Now it's when you start getting into the Elders and some of the other enemies that you're going to find that it's going to be extremely difficult. And that's the real difference between this and the legendary, the regular and the legend strike, is the fact that the enemies are all yellow and they're all elders or ferals, and it becomes a real pain. Now, at this part, there's two different ways. There's going to be the guys on the left, the two Hive Knights, and then there's going to be the Fallen on the right. I let Akianu and the Shiz take left to go deal with the Hive, and I'm going to go take care of some of the Fallen. And in this room right up over here, there's going to be two Elder Vandals, which I was not expecting. And this was a very, see, I'm going into cover. Oh, almost died. They didn't believe me when I first told them, like, yeah, no, sorry guys, I was just taking down these two Elders. And they wanted proof. And then I'm like, alright, you'll see it in the video. So, now it's a first-person shooter without cover mechanics, so you gotta play smart. Just like any MMO, anything where you're DPS and they're sitting there. They're not gonna come charging at you, they're gonna try and hit you from a distance. So if you just stay back, manage your ammo, those awesome grenades, it should be pretty easy to take care of. This is only on the right side. The left side, there's nothing too bad, just some Hive Knights. Now, I went exploring in here. As of right now, there's nothing that we can do. You can see the next zone, as we found out later on when we went and explored it when we weren't doing the strike. But that's going to lead you to one of the other zones in Russia. It was pretty neat. Now, they're having a bit of an issue here with the Acolytes, so I'm just going to take them out here. Like I said, this first section is pretty easy. It's not until you actually get inside that the boss fights, as you want to put it, are way different. Because you can take out, I'm using this awesome sniper I picked up. Those Hive Knights can be taken out in 2 shots to the head, not a problem. Alright. Now you can also get to the starting zone, it's going to be the same. I gotta get that spin medal. I finally found out what it's used for. Trading it in for, what's it called? The little money that you get. Alright, now we're going into the lair. Now, this is where it starts becoming a little difficult. Because now you're going to start facing the real enemies. Now it's really like a dungeon.
Fallen End Hive. Let's hope we can avoid the crossfire.
Alright, and then it's going to be like this even when you come here out of Fallen and the Hive fighting it out right here on the right. If you wait long enough, they take out most of themselves. So it's not really too bad. That Chosen Knight, they always pick up that wall, so if you can actually lob the grenade over the wall, it normally helps out quite a bit. Here I am trying to explore a little bit, because you never know what you're going to find. We kept finding random boxes everywhere. I can't go in that door. Tried. Moving on. Now you can either go right or left here. It doesn't really matter. We're getting to the staging area for the hack mesh generator, which is how you're going to proceed to the next section. We'd explored it before already, so we knew what we were doing. Now here you're going to have the Hive and the Fallen fighting it out. A couple of captains, a couple of wizards, high-level guys just going at it. So all you want to do first is you clear out the first wave, which isn't that difficult. There's maybe only one Elder Captain. Everyone else is pretty easy. The Chosen Knights, the Wizard, they're not too bad. Even after, if you get to this point, even after you die, the checkpoint starts at the starting the hack mesh generator, so you don't have to go through and kill all these guys again. This is only the one-time thing. Now ignore that shot. Yeah. Alright, now, so there's the two guys up there. Alright,
The way out of here is sealed.
So here we go. So you're gonna get ready to start the hack mesh generator. Keanu had died here, so I came over and revived him. Now, I'm gonna cut out the first two attempts we did because they were pretty bad, and it's gonna jump right about here. Yep. Now this is after about 25 minutes of trying to do this. It's going to go ahead and start off. The first wave is kind of crazy. We're going to go around first here, and before we start it, we learned a lesson. Let's collect some of the ammo or explore a little bit and see what we can do and how we can approach it. We were finally able to do it this time. Bunch of different engrams and the items here. I like the fact that the items are a little sphere-like thing and not necessarily, you know, like, oh, here comes pops a gun on the ground. It's definitely a little bit interesting because when you look at it, it's like, okay, well, everything else is digitized. I mean, your sparrow can disappear, you can disappear and reappear. It makes sense for everything to be the sphere thing through the light of the traveler. Now I'm just exploring here, just looking around. We thought about holding out in this little room here and trying to see what we could do, but then we ended up going with what I suggested. There's some crates in the back, right over there, back behind the mesh generator, and you could pretty much station yourself there and just peek out or run out and come back in when you need to cover and get some health. The enemies will come all the way up to you. Those are the fields we have to take down, and here we go. Now,
pretty complex.
Now the trick is,
I'll need time.
Peter Dinklage choices that he needs some time. Now we already know what's going to happen. There's going to be two Elder Vandals on the top that are going to shoot, and they're very annoying to quite complex to do. Now each round typically has two Elder Captains and two Elder Vandals and a bunch of the other guys that don't really matter. Like there's all the Elders right there, or there's all the Vandals right there, the Fallen. The Elders are the only ones with a real problem. They'll chuck grenades back here. This seems to be a pretty good strategy for what we found out, because they will just come around to you, and it's easier and quicker to get to each other if you die, being right there. Now, as you can see, those two are going to stay up there. Now, not only are those two there, there are two Stealth Vandals, which are made yellow in this case, hidden on either the right corner and the left corner, kind of near the Elder Vandals. The best way to pick them off is to use a sniper or a long-range scout rifle. And just take your time and just focus on getting the headshots because they do the most effective damage. No scope. Now we're gonna. Now this is me being stupid and running out a little bit. So like I said, this right here, you can get back just in time to take care of some of your cover. Now there's the other vandals. Every round's gonna have them. Now even if you shoot them off and they fall back, they're gonna line back up there. So that's where they're programmed to go. Now, like I said, it takes a few shots. They're pretty annoying. And then especially when you run out of special ammo. Now, it's when you have to run out of ammo and you have to go back through and try and get some, that's where it can be dangerous. Now, as you see, I'm out of special ammo. I still have some heavy ammo, which will come in handy later. These little elite sharks are not too much of a problem. It's those vandals up there that are the real problem. Now, I died here, and I'm just waiting for one of them to come over. Yep, and here I go. Akiona came and picked me up. The sharks aren't the problem, it's the vandals, because they do a high-powered blast, and it's bad. It takes you down and like pretty much eliminates the shields, and that takes you into the red, which is why you kind of want to work on taking them out as quickly as you can, because they are going to do a lot of damage. Now there's two captains, one on the left, one on the right. Ironically, on this one, the captain's glitched, so when we killed this first one, he actually still stood there, and it scared the crap out of us. Because we had no idea what was going on. We're like, oh, the captain's still here, run away. And we would shoot him and nothing happened. Now, they are elder captains, so they are a little bit more annoying. But like I said earlier, at this point, we'd already done this part at least 2 or 3 times, so we were used to it. So it's very easy. You take out that captain, then there's another captain on the right. Most of the waves spawn like that. Now, the ammo just stay around. Now, the best thing to do is to get ammo while you are fighting the captains, because you typically leave them for last, because it's only one of them, so you can go around the map and pick up the ammo. Now, waiting here to get, recharge. He's going to move around. You just want to take him out. Now, as soon as you take him out, you want to haul back to where the you're stationary. If you're following the way we did it, going all the way back there, you're going to want to move and move quick.
The entire system is wired to it. I'll work faster.
And then, Peter Dinklage sets off the alarm, and that's somewhere, as you see, we're like, alright, we know what's going to happen next, so we got to get back, because it's going to be the same situation. It's going to be waves. So, just like before, and there's the stealth guys. As you can see, they're actually pretty hard. They take more than one shot, which is really annoying, and they take a lot of damage out of you. Now, you're pretty much going to follow the same path for all of the waves. The last wave gets a little difficult because it goes in some hive. But all you want to do is hide and peek, take down the enemies, get the ammo if you need to. Ammo consumption's a little tough because you got to realize. And as you see, there's the stealth guy on the right. He's there. The stealth guys are always going to be there, and then here comes the 2 stealth guys that come up and close. They're the ones that do melee damage. They're the only ones that really have that will come up close and actually do a lot of damage because they're stronger than regular. But if you practice on it, you can stop them from getting there. Now, he tries to make it difficult, and his head doesn't show up unless you go up and around, but then it puts you into target. There goes that one. Alright, so it's a little annoying, that top right guy, because he's hard to get to and do the critical hits. But once they're taken out, pretty much the guys on the top are going to do a lot of damage to you. So you're going to want to take them out as quickly as you can. Now, it's just a typical thing, wave after wave after wave. The 2 captains. Captain right here. It's going to be on the right. Found out, don't waste your supercharge unless his shield is down, because it's just going to take down the shield, and you can take down the shields pretty easy. Now he's going to go into that room right there. Now, the captains can teleport, which makes it sometimes annoying because you'll be shooting and then bam, there he is somewhere else. And now here you go. Now the best way to approach a captain is you don't want to get up close because he can melee you and it will do a lot of damage. You guys just kind of want to focus and worry about taking down the shields, and then he falls pretty easy. Now also the captains and some of the other yellows, like the Elder Vandal stuff, they actually drop these items that you can trade to the cryptograph, and it actually gives you a lot of the money. So that's very nice. I was picking up a few of them. They're called the banner ribbons, or the fallen banners. So it's very nice. There's the captain. Now they do regain their shields very quickly. It's not a short delay. And they're most dangerous when they have their shield. So just like before, we're going to circle the captain, lower his shield, and then just blast him. Either with the grenades or just shooting them.
But just so you know,
and now
more
after
Fallen
that,
and Hive on the way.
worry about getting the heavy ammo, all the other ammo. And then we got to get back over here, because this is where it's going to get pretty insane. This is where we're going to have waves of both Hive and Fallen. And actually, they don't even wait for you to get back there. Now, it follows the same standard for the Fallen. There's the 2 Elders and the 2 Stealth, and then the 2 Captains. But now it's going to throw in some Hive Acolytes and a Hive Wizard as well. And now, if you hide back for a little bit, they're actually going to fight each other. But eventually, they'll realize you're there and start shooting you too. But they do start fighting each other, which makes it pretty nice because it keeps the distraction off of you for at least a little while. So it gives you a chance to recover and to pay attention to see what's going to go on. Now, my suggestion is always take out the Stealth and the Elder Vandals first. Because as you can see, that one hit just did a lot of damage. It took me down to the 3rd bar. Those shock grenades don't do too much. They're more of a nuisance than anything. But there's the Stealth guy on the right side again. Everyone decided to run in front of me. There's always the 2 Stealth guys and the 2 Vandals, and those are damaging. See, there's the Wizard. The Wizard's not even yellow, so once I got it low enough, one headshot killed it. So they're not difficult. It's the Fallen, which is still difficult. Alright, so we're going to just take him out slowly. Like I said, this took us about 35 minutes the first time. Here, I just switched guns real quick. I was going to switch to my scout rifle just to get better damage from far away, because I had ran out of my ammo for my secondary. So here I am switching to my scout rifle. Trying to figure out which scout rifle I want to use. Yeah. So I had a green one that was weaker and a very common one. But now I'm just going to start taking out the Vandals and stuff using the scout rifle, because I have ammo for this. Now it's nice if someone does use a rifle, because then you can it's easier to do damage and you don't have to worry about using your secondary ammo, because obviously they don't give you that much. I mean, which works out, which is a lot nicer, because if they were to do that, it would make fighting snipers so difficult, because the sniper is so strong and has a lot of the same mechanics as back in the Halo 1, 2, and 3 days, where that's how the sniper works. And like the Elder Vandals and the Stealth Vandals in the back all use snipers as well, so that's how come they're doing such high damage. Now, I'm not sure if they get a headshot if it's a one-hit KO on us, or if it's just a crit, because it's hard to tell based on the fact that it's a first person, that you can't really see if you're getting hit, in the head. You just see the bullet come to you and you know you're hit, especially since the screen dims. Now, this is we're almost done with this first round. There's a Hive guy over there, or Elite Vandal, that we just kept hiding. And then we still have the 2 captains left. Now the captains just get super annoying after you've killed so many of them, because it's just the same thing over and over again. And you're like, oh man, I have to do the captains again. And then this is our third time doing this, so we've already killed these captains like 8 times already. 8 or 10 times. And now here comes a little bit more waves of those little tank things. The sharks. They come every so often. It's easy to take out with a machine gun, assault rifle, or a scout rifle. They drop ammo most of the time too, which is very nice. Now the good thing about somebody dying, at this point I'm hiding here because they both died. Now as long as I can survive until they spawn, the game doesn't end. And if everybody dies and one of you respawns quick enough, then you don't have to start at the last checkpoint. Now this is me, I'm just waiting for them. I'm not going after the captains. But now I have both of them back with me. So I'm going to cover and get some health. Now the cool thing is when you do respawn, if you do die, you do get more ammo somehow. I don't know if that's just a alpha thing or not. And here comes the stealth guy. I really like the way they did the stealth in here. If you're, I mean, it's easy to miss, but it's also easy to pick out when you see stealth. Now, I'm just going to be intrigued to see how it works on the hunters when they get to a higher level. Because the hunters are supposed to be able to cloak themselves in the light of the traveler and blend themselves into their surrounding. Alright, so just taking out the waves. It's just all falling, and now on Legend you have this different captain who actually has a name, and I can't remember what the name is, but he is annoying. He teleports a lot more and is a lot stronger than the other captains. His name is something starts with an N. But he's a lot more difficult, and as you can see, this is where you want to switch out. This is why you want to keep your heavy ammo. This is when you want to start using your heavy guns, because this guy is the one that is difficult. And unfortunately, you don't have that much heavy ammo, so once you run out, you are out. Alright, and that is the first fight. Once you take down that extra captain, the elder captains, you can take them out at your leisure. But the mesh generators are down, so you could move on at this point. Now the captains, you just want to take them out. Now, this is only the first part of the dungeon. Or the strike, as it is called in this game. Now, as you'll notice, this took us about 20 minutes. To actually get through and get done. This is on our complete run. Now, it took us a few attempts, so a lot of it is trial and error. A lot of the first couple attempts, we were up in the front, we weren't hiding, we weren't using cover to our advantage. We would just be out in the middle, and then the waves would come, and that's something you want to avoid, because you will get destroyed very quickly. And of course, like in any game, you do want to go for the heads because you are going to get the critical shots. Don't forget to use your supercharges. But this Elder Captain compared to the last guy we just defeated is nothing. And once we take him out, we will move on to the next section. And that's the tank. One of the tanks, you get to fight one of the tanks that are in the original gameplay footage. The Devil Tank. You get to fight another one of these. Now, this is a good time after you've taken care of everything to go replenish on your ammo. Just going around, there's going to be tons of ammo. The ammo didn't despawn quickly. Alright, and that's it. That's going to be our first footage of Destiny. So thank you very much for watching. And I'll be back more with the rest of the strike in different sections. I didn't want to put it all in one video because it's going to be very long and very lengthy. It's going to be about an hour, 20 minutes. And most people won't watch that. So if you like our videos, if you want more Destiny, it's going to be coming out. Feel free to like, subscribe, and follow us. We are the Typical Nerds. There are a few of us. We're going to have more videos coming soon. GTA, Destiny, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Wii U, all of it. Alright, thanks very much, guys.